If you're gearing up for the IELTS General Reading test, you already know the drill. Time is absolutely your biggest enemy. In this explainer, I'm going to give you a direct, incredibly practical method to instantly boost your score on one of the most common and honestly, most frustrating question types out there, the completion tasks. Okay, let's dive right into this because right out of the gate, we need to address exactly why test takers hemorrhage marks on these specific questions. It comes down to 3 incredibly common yet entirely avoidable mistakes. First, students completely ignore the exact word limit instructions. Second, they waste precious time reading the entire passage top to bottom before even looking at the questions. And third, they just overlook obvious grammatical clues that are literally staring them right in the face. And look, falling for these traps doesn't just cost you time, it can easily cost you up to 8 marks on a single flowchart or note completion task alone. I mean, think about what 8 extra marks would do to your overall band score. Avoid these mistakes and you can capture every single one of those marks. Stay with me here because by the end of this explainer, you're gonna know exactly how. So, step 1, give the examiner what they want. And honestly, scoring high marks here isn't about having some massive dictionary-level vocabulary or being a crazy fast speed reader. It is simply about understanding the specific rules the examiner has set up for you. Take a look at the absolute strictness of this instruction. Choose no more than 3 words from the text. The examiner is handing you the exact rules of the game, and let me tell you, they are ruthless about it. If the answer is 3 words and you write 4, you get a 0, period. No exceptions. Furthermore, notice it specifically says from the text. This is not the time to paraphrase. Don't try to get creative. They aren't looking for your creative flair here. They want you to pull the exact words directly from the source material. So the crucial takeaway here is that we need a reliable system. And here is your winning, repeatable 3-step method. The best part, it works for flowcharts, it works for notes, and it works for sentence completions alike. First, physically draw a box around that word limit instruction on your test papers so you don't forget it. Second, identify keywords in the question and scan the passage strictly for their synonyms. And third, check that the words you pull out fit grammatically into the blank space. Moving to step 2, the live walkthrough. Let's actually see this in action. Stay with me for this next example. It's worth 8 potential marks, and we are going to grab all of them by reading exactly like an examiner. Okay, imagine a flowchart mapping out a newspaper production process. I know, at first glance, a task like this looks totally overwhelming. It's just a massive wall of text. But remember our common mistakes from earlier? We get the sheer relief of not having to read the whole boring passage first. We're gonna break this down quickly using our method, starting right in the middle at question 34. Step 1, let's isolate the question. The text says the pages are converted into blank. We need to identify our scanning targets here. Our keywords are pages and converted into. So we are going to jump straight into the source text and scan specifically for those ideas. And this brilliantly illustrates our strategy. When you compare the question to the actual source text, look at how the examiner operates. They use the phrase processed into in the text as a direct synonym for converted into from the question. The very moment your eyes catch processed into, you stop scanning. Your answer is right there, waiting for you. The answer is photographic film or photographic negatives. Let's run it quickly through our checklist. Does it fit the no more than 3 words limit? Yes, it's 2 words. Does it fit grammatically? Let's read it. The pages are converted into photographic negatives. Yes, it's a perfect fit. Mark secured. Let's keep going. Step 1. Now, step 2. We move to the very next box in the flowchart. Question 35. It reads, blank are made for use in the printing presses. Our new scan targets are made for use and printing presses. Again, looking back at the source text, scanning for a synonym of made leads our eyes straight to the word produce. The text says they produce aluminum printing plates ready for the presses. See what we did? We just completely skipped all the filler text. We found the synonym, and the answer is practically handed to us. So the answer is aluminum printing plates or simply printing plates. By pulling these exact words, we satisfy the examiner's precise expectations. We didn't paraphrase, we didn't overthink it, we just extracted the data. Moving down the flowchart to question 36. The LGVs are blank by computer. Now, before we even look at the text, notice the massive grammatical clues staring right at you here. the LGVs are. We obviously need a passive verb to follow are. When we scan the text for this exact match, the matching verb is exposed immediately. The text literally says, the LGVs are programmed. So the answer is programmed. It is grammatically flawless, it's exactly one word, and we effortlessly secure another mark. This right here is exactly why checking the grammatical fit is step 3 of our winning method. It acts as an instant verification that you chose the right word. Let's skip ahead slightly and group the final 2 questions, 39 and 40. I want to show you another examiner secret. Completion tasks almost always follow the chronological flow of the text. This is huge, because it means the answers will appear in order. Let's see how this builds our advantage. We scan for trimmed and find its direct synonym, stripped. The text says it is stripped by the paster robot. And right after that, literally in the exact same sentence, it says it is taken to the press or storage area. Just like that, we get consecutive answers. Paste a robot for 39, and storage area for 40. Relying on this scanning method is entirely why we avoided reading the whole text. We zoomed straight to the targeted information, saved super valuable time, and locked in the marks. And that brings us to step 3, your exam strategy checklist. We've just walked through exactly how to decode these questions. Now let's distill this into a clean, easy takeaway you can use on exam day. Here is your completion task checklist. You really want to lock this into your memory. First, box the exact word limit immediately. Next, identify the gaps grammar so you know exactly what type of word you are hunting for. Then, scan the text only for keyword synonyms. Please don't just read blindly. And finally, copy the exact text to fill the gap. Do not paraphrase. This is the repeatable framework that genuinely guarantees full marks. Now it's your turn. If you were to look at a totally different task, say a note completion exercise about city media internships, the format might look a little different from a flowchart, but the examiner's underlying logic is exactly the same. The exact same checklist applies. I challenge you to apply this method to your practice tests. Try it with note completions, try it with sentence completions. Apply the framework and actually check your marks. I promise you, once you see the patterns, you literally can't unsee them. And be sure to check out our other explainers to keep leveling up your exam strategies. So as you head into your IELTS prep, I want to leave you with this one thought. Will you fall into the trap of reading the whole text and leaving precious marks on the table? Or will you use this framework, hunt for those synonyms, and read exactly like an examiner? The choice and those extra marks are entirely yours.